Hey guys, this is Andrew with MyWatchAddiction.com. Today we are going to take a look at an Aragon Skyguardian from Aragon Watches. You may be asking yourself, why in the hell are we taking a look at another Aragon Skyguardian? And that in and of itself is the question for today. Why in the world would anybody buy two of the same watches? Well, today as we take a look at this Aragon Skyguardian, I'm going to tell you why I ended up with two of the same watches. Before we get started though, guys, let's take a look at what's on my wrist. So the watch of the day is, of course, my 48mm Aragon Skyguardian Red. Alright, so as you can see, this Aragon Skyguardian came in the standard Aragon case, not the collector's case, which is the double length, but the standard case. We open this guy up, and there is the 44mm Aragon Skyguardian Green. Now, we take a look real quick. If you didn't see my other video, take a look at the things that come with it. Is the Aragon manual. They started to include business cards with their warranty registry information, so you can claim your warranty on that should you have any issues. Blue cushion pillow. We're gonna get this guy out of the way. And I should have taken off some of this plastic prior to looking at this with you guys, because now it's just gonna stick everywhere. And see if we can get this blue plastic off the watch. All right, so that is the green 44mm Aragon Skyguardian. Now, I'm not gonna dive into how much these watches go for. If you wanna take a look at the video that I did on my first Aragon Skyguardian, you're more than welcome to. The pricing is almost exactly the same, whether it's 44mm or the 48mm. But again, just a quick recap. These Aragon Skyguardians run a VK73 Flyback Chronograph Quartz movement. That is a Seiko movement in these watches, Seiko Quartz movement, to run the chronograph functionality. The case measurements on this watch compared to the previous one that I had, this watch is actually 44mm in case measurement, side to side or diameter, with a case thickness of 15mm. Now in a second I will take off the one I'm wearing and we can do kind of a side by side. Dial color on this watch is actually, as you can see right there, is a very, very deep and rich green. These guys have a K1 mineral crystal on them with a water resistance, thanks to the screw down crown, the screw down case back, water resistance of 200 meters or 660 feet. The weight on this watch is about 3.8 ounces. And of course it comes on that black leather band, black leather strap with the Aragon embedded right there on the back. Now, set that guy off to the side and actually take a look at the one that I have. You can see that on the 44mm, I do not have, sorry for the focus there, on the 44mm, I do not have the quick deployment clasp. It's just a standard buckle that I have on the 48mm. Now, just as a quick reminder, you guys can definitely go back and check out that video. I paid extra and upgraded to the quick deployant clasp. Jesus, I can't talk today. Quick deployant clasp on the 48mm, just because I like that clasp a little bit better. Now, this watch I didn't actually purchase from Aragon. This watch I took in on a trade for another watch, so that is actually why this one is in my collection. And the watch that I traded for this watch, I won in a mystery box, so I don't necessarily feel like I have any money into this Aragon. So that is one of the reasons why I am completely okay with having two of the same watches. Now, the other reason why I am okay with having two of the exact same watches is that I have found that trying to wear this 48mm Aragon Skyguardian with some of my outfits, it's just a little bit too big for me. So having this 44mm, I think I'm gonna have the chance to wear it a little bit more. There's not a whole lot of difference in thickness. You know, we're talking maybe a fraction of a millimeter, if anything, but I don't necessarily think that there's a difference. And to be honest with you, I haven't gone to look to see if there's a difference in thickness, but just that difference in diameter on these two watch faces can make a big difference in the world, and it would probably help if I was holding them in the same direction and not one upside down. So I apologize for that. Today is St. Patrick's Day. This is minus the William Gregor watch that I got from Watchgang yesterday. This is the last, or the only green watch, I should say, now that I have in my collection. Again, you guys heard me say I got rid of my out-of-order Automatico Hulk and sent that off to someone that's going to enjoy it a lot more than me. I don't typically wear a whole lot of green, just because I'm not a huge fan of green, but this one came across a good deal on in the trade. Again, I don't have any money into it, so I'm completely okay with it. The question though is, guys, would you guys own two of the exact same watch? And why? I can tell you that for me, in this instance, because I didn't have any money into it, I don't necessarily feel like I'm wasting my money or double dipping, or however you want to phrase it, wasting my money by having two of the same watches. Now, I recognize full well that I could have traded the watch that I had for a different watch, but I love these Aragon Skyguardians. I love the fit and finish of them. I love the look and feel. I love the way they look. So why not end up with a watch that you like and you're happy with, even if it's the exact same watch as something you already have in your collection? That's just my personal thoughts. Now, I will take some pictures, obviously, of this Aragon Skyguardian more close up for you guys, and I'll also take some side-by-side pictures with the 48mm so that you guys can see the difference. I don't know. It seems to logically make sense to me. If it makes sense to you guys too, that I cannot answer. Some of you guys are probably going to think I'm nuts on this one, but that's a-okay. I'm just happy to have another Skyguardian in my collection. So thank you for sticking around and checking out this green Aragon Skyguardian 44mm from Aragon Watches that I received in. I know. It's nuts. What is the sense? It's a waste of money to have two of the exact same watches. But I challenge you. If you have a watch that you guys really like, wouldn't it be nice to have another color of that watch to be able to wear with different outfits? I mean, call me crazy, and I completely recognize that this is a watch edition, hence the name of the channel, and that I probably go a little bit overboard compared to other watch collectors in terms of, well, in terms of everything. But the reality is I see value for this watch in my collection. For me personally, you may not, but I see value in the fact that I now have the exact same watch in 44mm versus 48mm and a green dial versus a red dial. Post up in the comments below and let me know what you guys think. Is this something that is completely ludicrous, that makes no sense in the world, that you guys absolutely don't understand? Or is this something that you guys can kind of understand my logic behind this? Personally, I think my logic is completely sound, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. Anyway, guys, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to get at it. We're going to have a good time today. Thank you guys for sticking around. Have a great weekend. And as always, you can hit me up at mywatchaddiction.com. Follow us on Instagram to see what's on my wrist on a daily basis at instagram.watchaddiction.us. And that's totally not it at all. It's Instagram/watchaddiction.us. Anyway, guys, evidently I've already started for St. Patrick's Day. Have a great one, and we will see you guys tomorrow.